This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Good morning. Yesterday we were looking at the three examples from the Old Testament that Jude uses to remind us about what God expects from us in order to escape the eternal fire, the judgment and punishment of eternal fire. We mentioned about how God saved the Israelites from Egypt, yet they did not believe in God at many occasions. Number two, we also spoke about the angels who were given a position, but they did not keep it. And then we also spoke about Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding cities that did not keep up with the moral values that God expected from them. Now I want to take a little time in this Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding cities and the moral values, and I want to tell you how those moral values were given to the Sodomites, but they did not honor it. You see, God had placed in that place a person named Lot and his family for them to learn moral values. Sodom and Gomorrah, okay, they may not have been a high moral value place or city, yet God had given them this person named Lot who valued morality to a great extent. And I will give you a few proofs from Genesis chapter 19 about the moral values that Lot kept. Number one, verse 1 in chapter number 19, we can see that Lot rose to meet them. You see, when you have a guest, when you have someone coming towards you, coming to meet you, to be able to acknowledge them, have the courtesy and humility to stand up, to meet them, to greet them, that's a good moral value, isn't it? We who are Indians, especially to those who are listening to me in India, our culture is very rich. The way we respect the elders, stand up when an elder is coming. There's so many things that we can learn from our culture. So, Lot, exactly the same way, he acknowledged the guests who came. He rose to meet them. He had the courtesy to do that. He had the humility to do that. Whatever position he held, yet he was such a good person to do that. Number two, we also read that he bowed down with his face to the ground. That is giving respect to the two angels, to the guests. Even in Indian culture, that we touch the feet of our elders, of our parents, to receive the blessing. That, I would say, is such an amazing thing. Many times when in our country, when children do something wrong, they touch the feet of their parents or the elders and seek forgiveness and blessings in turn. And so Lot bowed down, gave respect to the two angels. Next we see in verse number 2, he says, "Please, my lords, turn aside to your servant's house and spend the night and wash your feet. Then you can rise early and go on your way." You see, Genesis chapter 19 and verse number 2. He invited them to his house. Lot had a welcoming nature. Not only did he rise up and meet them, not only did he bow down and touch them, touch their feet, or touched his face to the ground, he also invited them to his house. What did he say? "Come, spend the night in my house, wash your feet, and then you can get up tomorrow morning and go." So he was a welcoming man. He had the attitude to welcome these angels, to invite them to his house. Next we see verse number 3, "But he urged them strongly, so they turned aside to him and entered his house. And he made them a feast and baked unleavened bread, and they ate." You see, he made them a feast. These angels, they had not come with prior notification. They suddenly came to Lot's house. Maybe there wasn't much preparation. Yet he welcomed them in. He urged them to come in. He made them a feast and baked unleavened bread. He was a hospitable person. That shows that Lot and his family had good hospitality. They maintained good hospitality. That is also such a great moral value. As we go down, we also see that he defends the guests. In verse number 6, towards the end, he says, I beg you, verse number 7, I beg you, my brothers, do not act so wickedly. When the people in the village, they said, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them to us so that we may know them. They wanted to misbehave with the guests, the angels. But Lord defends them and says, I beg you, my brothers, do not act so wickedly. Wow, that is such an amazing thing. An empathy for the guests. Not only an empathy for the guest, he also had the courage to stand up for them. Now that is also moral value. So you see, just few things that are highlighted. Lot rose up to meet them. He bowed down and touched his face on the ground. He invited the guests to his house. He made them feast. He defended the guests with empathy and courage. Lot was a person who had sense of justice. Amazing. So why did I say that? Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding cities, as I said yesterday, they were having immoral practices. They would indulge in immoral and unnatural things. And they were completely called to destruction. Yet, for a period of time, God gave them Lot so that they will get some moral values. They will learn from Lot. They will value those moral things. But oh, they didn't do that. They continued to act wickedly. You see, quite a number of times when we drift away from God, God brings some people in our life who teach us moral things. That can be through our teachers in the school, in our colleges, professors in our colleges, maybe people around us, some good leaders. It's important that we learn from them. And when we learn from them, God can bring change in us. But if we are adamant, oh no, we would also end up in destruction. May God help us to have moral values in our life. God bless you.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.